The newest type of cover-up that I've seen NASA involved in, and I didn't know that the evidence was as extensive as it is, are these photographs that they released to the world, but they had airbrushed or intentionally smudged artifacts or indications of the truth. There's a lot of it that gets out, and it's taken some people with knowledge to go ahead and look for these things, the minute indicators. I always said that if what Sagan said was correct, and some other guys said if that was true, then there would be things strewn all across the surface of all the planets around that in this solar system and elsewhere. And it's the way it is. You can find it, no problem. But a lot of the stuff that the people that went up to the moon discovered has been altered radically so that you can actually go and see the shape of what it was that they were obliterating with these photographic adjustments. This is back before digital technology. They'd actually go in there and just smear the photograph across either, and this is because they could not destroy the photograph. It was part of a sequence within a can. The police state. Welcome to the police state. These evidences are very blatant and very numerous. This is something that people will be able to see down through time, and it's becoming more and more evident. Now, the newest evidences that are being found by the rovers and things like that are blatant, and that's why the rover breaks down every so often. It just comes up on, the leftover of a statue or something that is unmistakable, part of a house, a rusted down vehicle, But if you study the transcripts from the moon and the photos from the moon missions and the Mars missions, there's no way that you can miss it. You have specialty. A lot of the big education industry is vested in keeping this quiet. They don't even tell their students about it. They'll deny it. They make a joke about it. They smear you badly. They'll do everything possible to keep that because it makes them look as stupid as they really are. Now, other planets, the smaller moons around the giants, those were all mining bases and things like that. The ring around the planets, any rings around planets are probably man-made, or at least our machines made them, because we couldn't get down onto the planet's surface to mine. But it's not that big of a deal for an advanced race like we once were, to create robots and machines that can go down there and mine. And once this, or explosives, once this mining took place and the material would go out into orbit around the planet, it could be semi-automated. It could be totally automated just to take place in a crew over time. These rings, actually what they do though is aggregate, sort through gravity and the size and weight of the material. If you look at the rings, different parts of the rings have different colors. That's because there's different sizes, constantly sorting itself, a self-sorting. And then it's not a big problem at all for people or for men and their machines to go in there and pick and pull, and they can do analysis prior to, we can do it from this planet, in fact, and find out what actually is there in that material and just go and get what we need. And this was once the way it was. This planet here was the garden, like all the legends say. This was a planet where possibly we evolved, but probably not. But it was definitely terraformed in a big way, and life has been here for a long, long time. But the proximity of this planet's orbit to a perfect circle is unmistakable and not coincidence. And the water wealth, this is one of the greater feats of engineering you'll ever see. I guarantee that, but I doubt if you might see it because you're seeing this. But most people aren't even competent to understand it for what it actually is, as a feat of magnificent engineering, just like you are.